Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Live Your Dream. It's about you. And I have some exciting guests. Right now, I have Brian Poth and Bev Anderson, and they're with the Source LGBT plus nonprofit. I'm so excited about your nonprofit. I'm just so happy to have both of you. Thank you so much for being here. And on the opening show, too. It's great.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're honored.
Thank you. So if you could just kind of like tell us about the nonprofit and what it does and all of that.
Sure. I'll go first.
That's true.
and then we'll go down the line. So Bev and I started talking a couple months ago, actually, maybe at the end of last year. So the nonprofit is called the Source LGBT plus Center. It's opening in Visalia. It'll open May 1st. It will be the first of its kind in our county to be a brick and mortar resource center for gay, lesbian, bi, transgendered, queer, questioning, whatever letter you identify as. Even if you don't know, you can come on in, and you don't have to identify as any of those things either. But we'll have a brick and mortar location where you can belong and get information about resources that already exist in the area that you might not know about, whether they're mental health, social events, things like that. I grew up in Tulare, moved away to live in Los Angeles, and just moved back to the area and saw that what I was used to having in Los Angeles didn't exist here. And so decided to talk to Bev and find out how we could do that. And so after a few conversations that we had, we got a lot of people on board very quickly to volunteer.
That's right.
Oh, that's so exciting. That's just wonderful. And so what, like if people wanted to donate, what could they do, or what do they need to do that?
Well, right now we have a CrowdRise account, so you can go on our Facebook page, The Source, LGBT+. We also have a website.
Yeah, the website's thesourcelgbt.org. You can go on there, and there's a donate button. We have a really, really awesome website. Thank you, Amy Benton.
That's right.
She designed us a very, very robust website. But on the site, I'm going to say it again, thesourcelgbt.org. You can go on there and click the donate button, and that will take you directly to our CrowdRise site for funding. And in a couple weeks, we'll have a direct PayPal link for you to also donate.
So Brian and I had some conversations because I'm a marriage and family therapist, and there just is a real lack of mental health services in our county, period, and then also for anyone with any family acceptance issues. And that's kind of where my heart is helping people, accept themselves so they can live in their own skin and live life and appreciate life. And so there just wasn't much of that. And so I'm also affiliated, and so is Brian, with Center for Spiritual Living. And our board, of which I'm the president in the moment, decided about a year ago that we really wanted to do something in terms of outreach. So we're kind of already known as the gay-friendly church.
Yeah, you could say the gay church.
Simply because, we welcome everybody. Any faith, any color, and of any mindset. And so we really started moving in that direction, and then this was just synchronicity, and it's just exploded in a really great way.
And after talking to Bev and just sort of putting the feelers out there for people to get involved, within just a couple weeks we had our first sort of meeting. It had 20 people come to it. The next 2 weeks we had 40 people. We now have over 40 signed up on our email blast to come to our meetings. We've already incorporated. We are we're in the process of our 501c3 status. That should be approved in the next coming months. And what should have taken months and months and months just took weeks, because there's been so much momentum, because there's a community already in Visalia that have been doing the groundwork for this type of work for years, 2 decades. There's the Pride Lions, there's PFLAG, that's a very healthy organization in our area that's been serving as sort of the go-to place for LGBT families and youth and allies for years. And so nothing's been called the Gay and Lesbian Center or the LGBT, and certainly not T. There's a lot of transgendered youth in our area that really feel like they need a place, they need a voice, they need people to advocate for them. So we hope to be that very soon. And we were blown away by the momentum that this has had. And so many people have said, "Thank God, thank you for doing this." And it wouldn't be possible without all the other people that came before us and laid the groundwork to make it even available, to make our place, our little place, Visalia in the Central Valley, the most accepting place for something like this to happen. It was like perfect timing.
It sure does sound like it. That's just so exciting. And you're right, the Center for Spiritual Living is a great place. I go there too. That's how I met these two to begin with. But it's a wonderful place because it's very accepting and open to everyone of all faiths, of all beliefs, of all, whatever. So I'm just so excited for you. I can't even tell you how much.
Thank you.
And
we'll have a couple events coming soon. So we open our doors we said May 1st, but it's a Sunday. Who knows if we'll actually open on a Sunday? But we might be able to invite everyone over from from the Center for Spiritual Living. But that first week in May, we're going to have a kickoff party for Cinco de Mayo. Bakersfield's Gay and Lesbian Center. They are going to throw us a huge kickoff party on May 5th. It's going to have performers and alcohol and raffles and dances and all kinds of stuff. Lots of music, lots of performing. So we're gonna organize our group to go down there, and anyone who's interested in coming, just like us on Facebook. You'll get all of our blasts, or go to thesourcelgbt.org and find out all the information. But that first week is going to be a real kickoff. So Bakersfield will be first, May 5th. Then the 6th of May, which is a Friday, we are going to start our first Friday's participation with the Visalia Arts Consortium. And so we will open our center up as a pop-up art gallery. One day, it'll be open all month, but that's our premiere night, will be May 6th. So we'll feature LGBT youth and LGBT members of our center's art within our center, so that you can come and look at the art from our community, and offer that up to the community at large. And then on the 7th, which is the Saturday, there is a club called the Republic, and we're working with Orlando from OMG Productions, and he is going to throw us a party there to kick us off in a different way. So we've got a family night, we've got an out of town night, we've got an art walk night, we've got then a drag queen night on Saturday. So we're trying to very quickly distribute the opportunities out to the community to come and be involved and support us and help fundraise.
That's wonderful. That's great. And Bev, because I know you said you're an LMFT, will you be providing counseling or have that part in there? Or
one of the first things we're going to do is to really develop a collaboration. I've already been in contact with UCSF, their Center for LGBT Resource and Training, and we're going to get a group of, we've already got a number of people who are interested in providing services to therapists who will provide services to this population of folks. So we're going to put together a training group, consultation group. Initially, we're going to be doing some groups out of the center, and a lot of referral, information referral, and then in a year probably when we're in a bigger location, we'll be able to offer some on-site counseling. But right now, we want to make sure that we have a good base of referral, and that the therapists are really up to date in their knowledge about, how to, what the concerns are. And so we've got this great collaborative relationship going with UCSF that I'm real excited about.
Oh, that's great.
That's a great point, too, because we're outreaching to a lot of people that we may not know about, just by being a presence. If you're a clinician or a therapist or a doctor that wants to and is willing to treat not only LGBT clients, but, is willing to work with us on training to getting us in the Central Valley up to speed with where we are medically with some of these issues, please contact us. We'd love to work with you. And the larger reach we can have in different areas, the better we're going to be able to serve the community. We're going to act as sort of a hub to connect people initially, and then, like Bev said, once we're funded through grants, we'll be able to bridge the gaps and sort of fill in where things don't exist. There's a lot of resources out there that already exist that we don't have to reinvent the wheel on. We can immediately push those out to. We can push clients out to those services, but we can then say what's missing. How can we fill in the gap? And then create like a peer-to-peer network. We're already talking about one-on-one mentorship programs with transitional age youth, 18 to 24, hooking them up with older people who are well into their careers, in their midlife area. They've lived in the valley. They know how to navigate marriages, personal life, adoptions, things like that. We're also talking about working with youth services. Finding there's a big homeless LGBT population that's on the agenda of hoping to find housing opportunities and employment opportunities for that that part of the population. It's really important to us. And then also the foster care system. Foster kids are thrown away because they identify as lesbian, gay, or bi or transgender. A lot of those kids are almost impossible to place, and so if we can reach out to our LGBT adults and offer fostering children, there's a lot of same-sex couples that want to foster or adopt, and that would be the perfect way, I think, to integrate those two things and be able to serve two things at the same time. Help two different people at the same time.
So there's a huge need and a huge opportunity. We're working with a researcher from UC Santa Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
She's helping us really do a really thorough assessment of needs, and again, working with the Family Acceptance Project up at UCSF. That's one of the things that I really want to focus on initially, is getting the training, getting as many therapists in the Valley trained as want to be trained on the Family Acceptance project and their model, and then being able to offer that to families and individuals, and really start those groups fairly quickly. So we're excited and honored to be doing what we're doing.
Well, I think that's just wonderful. You were talking about the transitional age youth and some of the different things. I know because my sister's a therapist as well, and she works for Turning Point, and she was saying that she'd be interested in finding out about your services and everything, because she deals with a lot of the same population. So that would be great. I can hook you up with her, or have
We'd
her
love
call
to.
you, whatever it is.
I've met a couple people from Turning Point at a different event, and they were very interested because they said that some of their clients need services, need community. They need something that they can't give them. That they need a community of people who they can relate to. And so they've already reached out to us, but it would be really nice to hook up with your sister and have a real connecting point there. And that's kind of what this is about. It's taking, like what you said, we talk, we open our mouths, we say what we're doing, and somebody raises their hand and says, I know somebody who wants to do that. And so we're just fortunate enough to have enough support that we've been able to open a space up. And if you'd like to have a group there, you'd like to volunteer there, will be open in May. So
That's great. I mean, I think she even said something about maybe they can even come over and train my staff or kind of educate them on that. So I will definitely give you that information. This is just so, you're right, it's just synchronistic. That's a perfect word. Absolutely. And the synergy and everything involved. And of course, like I've known you two for years, and you're great people. I'm just, I don't know, just so excited. I'm so honored that both of you are here today.
Thank you.
And especially the grand opening show, too, for my talk show. And it's just perfect. I mean, live your dream. It's about you. And it's just great what you guys are doing. I can't even, it's going to bring tears to my eyes. I can't do that on, but anyway, so I'm just really touched and honored.
Thank you for having us, and congratulations on you living your dream.
Oh, thank you.
Because
Thank
this
you.
is a huge step, and we're honored to be asked to be on your first show. It means a lot to us.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Who's
Oh,
in the
oh
picture?
yes. Please tell us who else is involved with like who's on the screen and who's involved in the source.
Oh, do you want me to read
Go
it
ahead.
left to
Sure.
right, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, left to right's good.
So left to right, we have Reyes Anaya. He will be our recovery services coordinator. He'll help place LGBT youth and adults if they need access to recovery services like either a 12-step program, or if you're having substance abuse problems and you need an outpatient or inpatient treatment facility. He knows all of the people that have been involved in that. He's been very active in the recovery community in many, many different ways for many years. And there's Bev Anderson,
Yay.
licensed MFT. She's our clinical advisor and founding members. And these are the founding members. These are the 6 people that have been talking about this and really did the heavy lifting the first 2 weeks before we had any people in the center to even vote on anything or come up with anything. Then I'm in the middle. I'm
Yay.
the director for the executive director. So yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't know how to explain what I do except ask people lots of questions and ask for lots of favors. I meet a lot of really cool people. And then there's Bill Frawley. He's our secretary. He's been very active in our meetings and in his community. He's local too. He's from Kings County. He grew up in Corcoran and taught in Hanford for many years. He's a retired school teacher. Then we have Nick Vargas. He is a Visalia native, and he graduated from Stanford, was on the Stanford Pride Alumni Board for many, many years. He's our he's our treasurer. And then there's Amy Benton, and she's the beautiful, beautiful girl. I call her girl because she was, I went to high school with her. She's my right-hand woman, left-hand woman. She does everything. So anything that you see on social media, anything that you've seen on our website, she's designed, she's branded us, she's really taken an idea that we came up with and given it a feeling and an image.
That's right.
And she really did the impossible in such a brief amount of time. And I want to thank you, Amy, and thank everyone that's been involved. She gave us an image to live up to, if that's the right way to put it.
That's right. She's
You know,
incredibly talented, and if you look at either Facebook page or our website, you'll see how talented she is. We appreciate her a lot. I think she has probably not slept much in the last week. But, I get texts from her in the morning, like 2:38 and 1:36. So I know she's not asleep, but she's working.
And then I get up. We all have different hours, and then I get up at like 5:45, and then I'm texting back, and I won't hear from people, because that's when they're sleeping. Nice, because it has been sort of a 24/7 operation for the past two weeks or 2 months, because we all sleep different hours of the day.
But I think you're all working really hard, and it really shows, and it's just wonderful what you guys are doing. Seriously, I just think it's great. And I know most of all of you. The only one I haven't met is Amy, and I look forward to meeting her too. So
Yeah.
that's just wonderful. So is there anything else you want the people to know? You said the website. You don't have you don't have a number working yet, right? A phone number?
So that was important, and I'll talk to that. That was
Okay.
really important. Bev and I talked about the consistency that goes along with any sort of nonprofit, but it's certainly in a nonprofit that's going to be dealing with an underrepresented population. And so when you come to usually when you come to a community center like this, there's two reasons. You're either in crisis or you want some sort of community opportunity, like a social outlet. So there were a couple times that I've gone to other centers and they were closed when their hours of operation had posted clearly they were open, or the phone number wasn't working. So we've been really careful, and if there's anything that doesn't connect to what we've offered, please let us know, because it's super important that what we say we're going to do, we can do. And so right now, because we don't have a physical location and we don't have a telephone line, we can't offer that up. But what we can offer is an email address. We can offer our website. If you need to talk to somebody, give us an email. All of our emails are directly linked on the website, which is thesourcelgbt.org. Once you go there, you'll have access to contact Bev through that website. You click a link, it emails her. You can get on an email list for all of the events. our website is really the way to get in right now.
Okay.
But as soon as we have a phone number that is workable, we've tested it, it's proven, it's reliable and consistent, up to our standards of wanting to be consistent for people, then we'll go live with that. But until then, we have pretty high standards, I think.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
Well, we want it to be a safe and secure place too, so
Right.
that's it's a big issue for us.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah, when you need help and you're going to finally take that step to reach out for something, and you don't want to hear a busy tone or we'll get back to you when we can, or hopefully we'll get back to you. We want to know what we're going to be able to do. So
That totally makes sense. Okay. Well, do you want to say the website again, or email, or anything else, the last closing points that you'd like everybody to remember, or?
TheSourceLGBT.org.
yes, and please donate. We have a CrowdRise site. It's linked through our Facebook. So find us on Facebook at The Source LGBT Plus. I know there's a backslash in there somewhere, but you can just look in the search bar and type in The Source, and will be the first thing that pops up.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you again so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the
you
luck
so
and
much,
success.
Letitia.
I mean, it's just wonderful. And I will get you in contact with my sister for sure.
Great.
Great, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, so we're going to have a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.